Over here on the East Coast, the leaves are finally starting to change colors. The wind is getting just a little bit colder, which, Mitch, I can only mean one thing. Fall has officially arrived. And with fall comes Riders Republic. More importantly, we are not leaving the month of October without Riders Republic in our hands. We are just weeks away. I cannot wait to get this game downloaded. Today in the main topic, we wrap up Sofex's 3-part main topic questions around Riders Republic, and we will get you guys ready for the STEEP Film Fest. All of that coming up in episode 38 of Après STEEP. Thanks.
Like Nick said, we're in October, which means we have just 22 days until Riders Republic launches, and we can't wait to hit those mountains once again with everyone. But before that happens, we do have the STEEP Film Festival coming up this weekend on the Sunday, the 10th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be closing that form for submissions Thursday, October 7th. You can submit up to 10 links of any videos you've made previously or you're making right now up at the deadline. And then, of course, we'll be having a watch party in Discord going over everyone's videos. We have also started judging the TFG Canyon Fodder and Beta Best Trick runs. So once we have an idea on those, we'll be setting up some dates before the launch of Riders Republic.
We are just about a month out from when Sofex posed this original question, and we answered it 2 weeks ago, the first part of 3 parts back in episode 36. That one focused on the DLCs that we were going to see rolling out in Riders Republic, talking about the sports that we saw in the survey following the beta, and we gave our insight on that and what we would like to see in future DLCs once the game is out. Then next week, the next week, episode 37, we talked about content and how the maps were going to work. Are they going to add new challenges, or are they going to focus on more community-created content? And both of those were wonderful main topics. If you have yet to watch both of those, please catch yourself up. Sofex, wonderful script writer over there, has been directing this show for the past month, pretty much. And it's been a fabulous discussion. So, Mitch, today we have the final leg of this 3-part question here from Sofex. Do you think we will see the map get extended in the future? An example like a new area being added to the left side of the current map, or something along those lines. Or would you guys prefer to see something like STEEP, where they added brand new maps, brand new mountains like Asia and Alaska? So, this is, again, talking further down the line once the game has had some time to breathe. We're talking expansion packs, maybe at the year mark, maybe the 2-year mark. What do you think the map will do? Do you think the map's going to grow, or do you think they're going to port in some new mountains and some new experiences? Like, are we going to go to Europe at all this time? Are we going to go to Australia? Maybe. I feel like Australia would be a fun one to include on a brand new map.
Yeah, I guess since we're not just talking about winter sports, we could really go anywhere with this. I think everyone in the past was asking for Whistler, Blackcomb, Vancouver, British Columbia, Alberta, like the Rockies up in Canada. They've just got some excellent resorts. But yeah, we could go somewhere more summer focused. I guess the big question would be, can they extend the map anymore? Are they at their technical limit for a map size? Would they have to add a second one like in STEEP, or can they actually extend it? Because I think they would have room on the other side of the Grand Tetons, pushing that map further north for some summer sport or winter sports, and you could probably go south for those summer sports down in the desert. Yeah, but I just don't know if it's possible for them anymore.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I wonder what... I know that we can probably get this data. I'm just not looking it up right now for the sake of continuing the conversation. How big is Riders Republic compared to other maps that Ubisoft has? Like, are they pushing the limits of engines that Ubisoft has access to? Is it even possible to make it bigger? Is this just as big as an open world game gets in Ubisoft?
Yeah, this might be old, so don't, put all the eggs into this, but I think I've heard that this is the same size as the Alps, the original map in STEEP, in terms of 64 by 64 kilometers, something like that, kilometers squared. And I think it's the same size. It just feels so much different because there's a lot going on the map, but I'm not sure on that. So if it is, I would imagine they are close to pushing the limit, just because they could have shortened it a little bit more. I think there's some areas that, you know, I've explored but haven't done too much. But, you know, I think they really just kind of have capped it out with changing something pretty drastic. And I imagine that could make the multiplayer even worse if you had doubled this map or even just added another side to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if they're going to expand the map in any form or fashion, I feel like it would make more sense just to add a second map, a second location, second mountain range, like Steep. You know, you purchase, let's just keep it rolling. You purchase Australia. I don't even know mountain ranges in Australia. I don't know where you would add. Perth, I don't know. But you know, you would have to add that on, because like you said, I feel like this map is being pushed to the limit, and it does feel bigger, but I feel like they've used elevation to their advantage in this game, more so than Steep. You know, the valleys are really deep, the canyons are super deep, and then the mountains are super tall, so you get a lot more vertical space in this game, at least it feels like, because you're kind of going below the surface level of what we had at Steep. I don't know. This is an interesting question, and this is the most, like, we don't have an answer for this.
Yeah.
This is a very technical question.
I had, like, the bad thought. I mean, if I had to bet...
Let it rip.
Okay. If I had to bet, I don't know if we see another map in Riders Republic, at least. I think that's a new game if they do that. There is so much more going on in this than there were in the Alps, and probably all of Steep, I would say, like all three maps. I think there's more going on in Riders Republic, and I think it's going to go the way of one of those live service games where they're just going to do more changes to this map and not take it somewhere else, because that's going to split the focus too much, and that's going to, you know, just draw a lot of resources. They'd have to make a whole new map with the detail of this one, plus all of the challenges, plus make it work with all of the multiplayer crazy stuff going on. I think that's almost too much. But then I was thinking Riders Republic Euro Trip is going to be the next game. It's going to be some real campy title.
So okay, this is an interesting thought. And yeah, I am completely here for Riders Republic Euro Trip 2021. It is a bike racing simulator, nothing but. It's all just road bikes, as far as the eye can see. Maybe not an entire map. Maybe we don't get a new mountain range. Maybe we don't get, you know, a massive addition. But what if the X Games comes out and says, hey, we're going to do an X Games DLC, but we're going to port it over in a DLC. It is just one location. So all of the Olympic events, all of the X Games events, those are just on a separate map themselves, where they build out an experience versus an open world. You know, instead of trying to put all of these new additions onto the mountain, onto the map, we are going to have tons of content creation. We're going to have tons of challenges on the map itself as it is. But like an outside company comes in and says, hey, we want to build so-and-so. We know it doesn't work into the terrain, but let's do the Riders Republic or the Red Bull World, you know, and it's like 4 events, maybe 14 events, whatever, but it's just their little park, their little session. I don't know.
It's tough. I mean, if you build another map, it has to be really good. So it's going to take a lot of time. I mean, if we do, I think it's going to be a few years down the road, once they've kind of let this ride out as much as they can, and then maybe they just add a new map and kind of refresh everything and make it a new season pass, and you got to like pay $20-$30 for that expansion if they just add it to this. I don't know. I like the idea of having it as a separate place you can go to for the X Games or for the Olympics. Almost like a dream area, I would say, where it's just, it has that like just glassy wall that you would have in Steep, and it's not that big, but it's almost like the created challenges or like a creative mode. Again, creative mode, like in Fortnite, someone builds their own mini map and you can go experience it, play it, and then jump back out of it and go back to the main world. I don't know if that's what they're aiming for, but I think that would be one way to do it.
Yeah, I think this is the third week in a row that we have mentioned Fortnite, so let's just roll with it. A lot of those places aren't fabricated custom. A lot of those things, all of the elements that they use are built into the game. All of the levels and the terrain that they use are parts and bits of the game. I mean, I think there are certain instances where that is not true, but I think you know what I'm saying. You don't have to create it from scratch. You don't have to create a Red Bull experience from scratch. Ubisoft, feel free to send me that check whenever. I'm writing your DLCs for you right now. Just take a chunk of the map. Take a 5 kilometer by 5 kilometer section and put that in, and that is what is copy and pasted to be used as the Red Bull terrain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of creating a new world like the terrain, just take Bryce Canyon and look, Bryce Canyon is popped out and it is the X Games Red Bull is taking Flug Tag to Bryce Canyon this year. Go play this pop out experience.
Well, I think that's something that was the thing I hinted at last week. I don't think I talked about it in full in the episode.
Oh, did I just spoil it?
You kind of did, but it's a good segue.
Sorry, go for it.
That was my idea and my thought for if they add something like a terrain park editor, which everyone's been asking for, and they've been asking for since Steep was out. So they've heard that. Everyone's heard that, trust me.
We know that they have heard it. We know it has come across their ears.
People want the terrain editor, and people want to make that happen. So, that was kind of my thought. If that comes in, you would just be able to download a section and play. But I think it would be cool if they had the terrain park chunk size, like you said. It's like, kilometer by kilometer square, whatever. I'm not good with sizes. And it already has the predetermined shape of the snow and the hill, but then you can go in and add all the features you want. I would think it would be really cool if that was just a part of Mammoth Mountain, and then people can design, work on their ideas, and then every week or so it rotates on the physical map that everyone plays online. The best park from the community gets ported there. And then who knows, maybe they, cycle it through for a while. Like we give them too many ideas, right?
I know. Like, dude, these are incredible.
So
they
you take
can
that
hire
section
us.
of Mammoth Mountain, you put construction tape around it. It says under construction. The community spends a month creating their best terrain parks and ideas or whatever, and then they pick 10 or 20, cycle through them for like 3 or 4 days. Everyone gets to play them or make a playlist, and then they pick the best park, and that becomes added to the game permanently or for a long time.
Okay.
So they pick sections of the map that aren't used right now, put under construction, people build their ideas, and then they say, that's the greatest, it's yours now. And then they name it after that person.
I really like that. Yeah, so that goes back to last week's main topic where, they can populate the map with community-created content permanently, and it stays there. What I would like to see, I love your idea. I don't want to tweak your idea at all. But instead of keeping that as a permanent facility, I think that would be better suited for the game if that was just the custom park.
Okay.
That was the custom face of Mammoth Mountain, where that park changes every 2-3 months. And it's like, last chance to get on these, and you can do, every week you can have a new weekly challenge in the custom park, in the community park, but it gets swapped out with the seasons or something. To just, keep it circulating so it's always changing. So you always know that, hey, if you put the game down, if you had a rough month and you weren't able to play, you know that you can pick it up and go and see something new. Even if you've played all of the rest of the game, maybe you have 2 of 3. Maybe you have one of those community parks in every set of terrain. You have it in the forest, you have it up on Mammoth, and you have it down in the desert.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, it's super, an awesome thought.
Super cool. And just imagine all of those, those bike stunt challenges where you have to ride on the platforms. People could just go crazy with those on the map, and there could be hundreds, like all throughout the trees and the rocks and the rivers. There's tons of those areas that no one uses. Like there's the one river valley, I think, in the Tetons, on the top right of the map. That it's kind of fun to ride. There's a couple trees you can grind across, but it's not too great when I played it on skis and snow, and then it's just not for bikes. So if you could add some crazy beams that you could ride on the bike over the river while skiers and snowboarders are flipping across, it would just be great.
Yeah, I think our park design is just making our logo a technical bike track.
Yes.
The rail's like this thin, just about as thin as the microphone, And it's just what, an overhead look is just the Nick and Mitch logo.
And that's
really
why we're never going to get a park editor in the game. It's because people will ruin it.
They had us right until the end there.
Yep.
No, this was fantastic. I'm so happy that Sofex posed these 3 questions. It is always fun to look forward and not have proof, not have any facts to be able to check and kind of just let our imaginations go. We've been able to do it for 3 weeks here to just kind of give our dream thoughts and our fantasy thoughts of what we want to see in Riders Republic. Hopefully someone over there in France has been listening and is bringing this up in the Monday meeting or, whatever. Whether or not they laugh at us or not, it's worth a discussion. I think all of these are worthy topics to be discussed between the community and between the developers. And we have really enjoyed the conversations that these main topics have sparked over on the Discord channel and down in the comments. So please keep it going. What would you like to see the map do? Do you like Mitch's idea? Do you think they should be expanding the map if possible? Do you think we should get some new mountains? And if so, which mountains do you want to see? Cannot wait to hear you guys sound off with your comments. Mitch, do you have any final thoughts while we close this book, this novel that Sofex wrote for us?
Nope, I don't. I just know that either this title for the video or when we do this topic again in the Riders Report, it's going to be like Park Editor and Riders Republic just to get everyone to watch it so that maybe we'll just clip that last segment just for that. But yeah, I'm excited to see when this is added in 2024.
Clickbait, no shame. This week, we are diving back into the Riders Republic beta photo album. We asked the community to send us their best photos from the beta that was just about a month ago, right? I forget the exact dates. Yeah, sure. We'll go with just about a month. So far, we have featured pictures from Thunder Terp and Pancake Life. Yeah. Why did I stumble over that? Pancake. Both wonderful submissions from both of those riders. This week, we are taking Flare. We are taking Flare to task for the first time ever in Riders Republic. And it's no surprise here, Flare absolutely hit it out of the park. Starting off with the picture that I chose here, hitting it out of the park, absolutely sending it. It is that purple one, the first one in the album with gorgeous, I'm going to call it a sherbet sky there, starting with that deep purple up top, working down into those reds. Kind of looks like it's in the morning, not quite nighttime. That looks like a sunrise. But this dude is absolutely just just a cannon off of that jump in the bottom right. I love how soft and how calm this picture looks. I can almost hear the silence in this picture. You're up in the mountains and you don't have the trees and you don't have the cars anymore, the city sounds. You kind of just hear nature, you hear the wind, and you can hear the bike spinning those gears while the guy's just sending it through the air. What a serene picture. That's awesome.
It's beautiful. And man, yeah, that brings back memories of the sound from the beta. You got those nature sounds and it was beautiful. And this picture is just stunning. This one's going to go up on the wall. Might have to crop out the work in progress to hang it up, but everyone's has that. And I'm sure we'll get many more beautiful pictures like this once the full game releases.
Healing tool, Photoshop, man, that's easy. That's one click.
That's true. The picture I picked, it doesn't have that on somehow, so I think he cropped it already, but it is the same kind of sunny sky. It looks a little sherbety. It's more pinkish and then a little purple at the bottom, and the bike is coming towards us here at the camera, and he's popping a wheelie, which he can too, but he is just probably landed a trick or is just about to pop it and snap the photo at the right time with that wheel on the ground. And again, just so quiet. You got the padded snow on both sides, so a lot of those sounds will be muffled, and he's riding on the wood, so you can hear that like wood riding as he's one-wheeling it across. And yeah, just a beautiful action shot. This could be one of those sponsorship photos whenever we do those sponsor the advertisement ones again.
Yeah, and if you did not get a chance to play the Riders Republic beta, they have an awesome feature in their photo mode where you can control the amount of dust, the amount of snow, the amount of wetness, the grain in the picture. You have a lot of control of the elements in what you kind of see in the foreground and the background here. Looks like Flare has a little bit of dirt turned on, a little bit of snow turned on, and I think the ratios of that are just perfect here. Just a little bit flying through the air, not a ton. It's just balanced. Both of these are like I forget the name of the song. Like the Peggle song.
That's not Peggle. I think
The
that's
Wake
like
Up song.
that's a premier symphony. That's like a symphony from
It
the
is.
1400s.
Pretty sure it's Mozart.
Right, Mr. Music, that's the Peggle song.
But no, they use it in Peggle. I swear to God, go pull up the Peggle 2 theme music, and it is that song.
All right.
I'm Mornings of Moonlight's not. I don't know. Anyway, that song is playing in the background for both of these photos. Just so serene, but yet so much going on, so much action. So Flair telling his story once again in a brand new video game. This is only the beginning coming out of Finland there. Just what more can you say? Fantastic work. No surprise.
Yeah, and I think we hit everyone on that album now. We did do Noah Morris, I believe, at the very beginning. I think I remember some of those. I think I remember those bike pictures. If not, we'll come back to those. So if you have any more beta photos to submit, send them in, because that is everyone in the album. So if not, we'll just go. I think someone posted a Steep photo from best Steep photos of all time, so we can also go back and hit that. Other than that, I don't know if we'll have another photo album challenge until the Riders report. So fill it up with some pictures. I think I have one or two. We shared some back and forth. But yeah, you can check out that link down below.
Yeah, if no one else comes through, maybe we do that. Maybe next week we look at you and I, our best pictures that we took. I'll have to see what I still have saved.
Yeah.
Cross my fingers it's something good. That is going to do it. If you have missed it, I'm not sure if he posted it just on Steep's Discord. He may have posted it on ours as well. Steepest Legend is hosting a GeoGuessr game, a tournament. It might be closed. I'm not sure. Go check out GeoGuessr. That's something that our community is really into for some reason. It's a ton of fun. You just use Google Maps and you try and guess where you are on the globe. But we have a massive Steep GeoGuessr tournament going on right now. I believe the maps refresh every 3 days. And if this is a false ad and it's closed and you can't enter, then I'm terribly sorry.
Well, that's too bad. You missed out. You should join the Discord in that point. I think you still can.
Okay.
Leg 1 is just ending in 20 hours. I know both you and I competed, so let's see.
And we're both top 10.
Yeah, I think there were only
15 people that competed.
You are no longer top 10, buddy.
Oh, jeez.
You are 12th out of 12.
I'll take it.
And I am
okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm 8th out of 12. P-Dubs at the very top. He nailed almost every one of those. Jeez, that's crazy.
Cheating.
And then Unpen, Poyo, Nate. Of course, all the people good at Steep also just good at GeoGuessr. And then people like you and me are down at the very bottom. I guess we're not too familiar with Finland roads, but I did record that, at least my attempt at it, for the members only video this month. So if you want to watch me really struggle to read Finnish town names and try to find those on the map, you can join as a member. That's down below, and you get some cool perks like a members video per month, early access to this, some stickers, some emotes, and a bunch of other cool stuff.
Yes, and thank you to our current members, executive producer Bone Crusher 2D and Coach 34, along with co-producer It's the Mort and Mitch's mom. Mort, look at my shirt. Look at what I'm wearing, Mort. It's Wage War. We saw him a couple weeks ago. They were fantastic. It was just for our co-producer there. That's what you get when you're a member. You get some shout outs right in the middle of a vodcast. And hey, we're not going to forget about our fans and Fans Plus as well. Feel free, like Mitch said, to join, figure out what all of the members get. They get some awesome perks, including that video of one confused Mitch navigating Google Maps in the backcountry of Poland. Feel free to join our Discord so you don't miss the next GeoGuessr tournament. You don't miss the film festival that's coming up this upcoming weekend on Sunday. Again, the film festival is going to kick off over on Discord at 11 a.m. Eastern. Sorry if that time doesn't work for you. We are going to definitely save this, especially for our Canadians up north that will be celebrating, what's the official
Thanksgiving.
holiday? Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Sorry. Congratulations. Happy Thanksgiving, Canada. We're going to end it right there. Thank you so much for watching Après STEEP episode 38. We'll catch you here, same place, same time next week. We will see you guys on Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, unless you're celebrating Thanksgiving in Canada.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You did it. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
God. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Oh no. Oh, all of Canada's going to be after me now. Oh no.
Congratulations, Canada.
I'm so sorry.
The top moment.
That's your post clip.